Hey guys, Sean Terry here, Flip2Freedom.com. Hope you're having an absolutely fabulous day. All right, so here's the question. Can I sell my wholesale property to a conventional buyer, right? A regular conventional buyer? Well, first off, the answer is no. And you can't assign it, you can't sell it, you can't double escrow it to a conventional buyer, and here's why. A conventional buyer is essentially, like say Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. What they do is they're going to get the contract from the seller, and they're going to get the title report, and the title report is going to show that the seller is on owner of record. Then they're going to get the contract from the buyer, right? Now what happens is you're the buyer, and then they're going to pull the information, and now you have an end buyer that you're selling the property to, which is going to get the conventional loan. Remember, you're the middleman as a wholesaler. So you have a contract with a seller, now you get a contract with a buyer, but that buyer wants conventional financing. They want to be able to go get a Fannie Mae loan, Freddie Mae, they want to close in 30 days, and they'll pay a top price. So what happens now is that they're going to pull a title report, and then it's going to show on the title report you as the buyer, and then the seller, the buyer is the buyer, and they're going to underwrite that, and they're going to see that there's a break in a chain of title, meaning that the property is not going directly from the seller to the buyer applying the loan, but you. So what happens is they're going to pull a title, all the information, and underwrite you as the seller selling to the buyer getting a conventional loan. And when they pull it, they're going to realize that you're not on title. That's called a break in the chain of title, meaning that when they pull and they see as a seller, they're going to see the seller, your seller, on title that owns the property. Now, they're going to do the same thing with you as the seller to your conventional buyer, and when they pull that information, they're going to find that you're not on the title and you don't own the property, and they're going to question it. And they're going to say, hey, why? It's not showing you owning the property. Oh, I have the property under contract. And they're going to say, well, we have to have the contract directly with the seller. So the alternate, right, is, okay, well, I'll do an assignment, and I'll put in a line item. I'll assign it to the buyer, or I'll assign my contract, right, to the buyer there, and then you can put in an assignment fee. But here's the issue. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Wells Fargo, conventional lenders, HUD lenders, USAA lenders, right? They're not going to allow a line item on the HUD for an assignment for you. It will blow the deal, right? They will not underwrite and successfully get a complete underwriting package and be able to fund that deal. Okay, so we don't wholesale at all to anybody that's conventional financing. Here's the only caveat. The caveat is that you could buy the property, take it down, and own it, and then turn around and sell the property to a conventional buyer that owns it. Now, if they're an FHA buyer, there might have to be seasoning involved, where they need 90 days of seasoning, or you have to be on title for 90 days. It's like considered the anti-flip rule. But now you're taking risk. Now you got to take risk. You're taking down the property. You're putting on the electric. You're putting on the gas. The conventional buyer is going to want to inspect it thoroughly. They're going to want to potentially renegotiate. So there's a lot of risk involved. And then if they don't buy, or if you can't sell it, now you're stuck on that loan. That's why I love wholesaling so much, is because the risk is mitigated. It's limited, meaning you're signing a contract. Your risk is in your marketing, right? Your risk is in how you close deals with sellers. Your risk, is in how you answer the phone. So it's all based upon your marketing, and that's something you can control, versus you buy a property. Now you're sitting on private money financing. Now you have to make payments every single month. You've got holding cost every single month, and you sometimes cannot control what another buyer's going to do, right? And it's part of it. I mean, I remember I bought a fourplex, smoking deal at the courthouse steps. We bought it cash. and smoking deal, put about $30,000-$40,000 in renovation on this fourplex, got the thing all leased up, is beautiful, is perfect, and then we turn around and we're selling it to a conventional buyer, or a buyer, because a fourplex falls under conventional financing. So we're selling it to a conventional buyer. We owned it for 90 days, so it was no problem, and we and they wanted 2 appraisals. Well, we bought the property for about $110,000, put about 30 in, we're into 140, and we're selling it for, I think, 180, 190, right? So $20,000, $30,000 profit, and no realtors involved. So in this particular case, what happened is the appraisal, the underwriter, the bank, wanted 2 appraisals on the property. First appraisal came in at like 180, 190,000, if I remember. And so we were good. We're happy. Then the second appraisal came in for 100,000. Second appraisal came in for $100,000. Why? Right? What is that? That's something I don't control. I can't control that. So now I get 2 appraisals. Of course, they want to take the lower appraisal, which kills the entire deal. We're in it for way more than that. So here's the deal, is that I like wholesaling because it mitigates risk, and you can control stuff like marketing, where you market, who you talk to. You can cold call, you can direct mail if you want, you can send letters from your kitchen table if you want, you can control how good you are negotiating with a seller, you can control all that, which is why I like wholesaling. But the bottom line is, you cannot wholesale to a conventional buyer as a wholesaler. It's just, there are a couple gray ways you can do it, which I don't really like and I don't do, and that's why we're not going to talk about it. So, hey, if you want more from me, go to Flip2Freedom.com, Flip2Freedom.com. We have a live event coming up October 25th through 27th in Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to cover a ton of stuff. Ton of speakers. It's going to be an amazing event. You got to be there. And it's going to crush. So go to Flip2Freedom.com, learn more about the event, download my book for free. It's a 129-page book. I've had people tell me they spent, thousands of dollars for the same information I give away for free. I got a new book coming online shortly that you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you opt in our email list, and we'll check out some stuff in the future. Take care. God bless.